Hello, 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 people. How are you this evening? How are you this evening? Wow, we have another week, another day, another show to do. We have the deep, deep morning of Charlie Kirk, and we have people, on both sides, issues, problems, concerns. Okay. I didn't know Charlie Kirk. I'm just, reporting on the things that, I've heard and we've gotten around to saying what else we could come up regarding Charlie Kirk, right? So, I don't speak ill of the dead. Never will. That's not a part of my character, right? But we will emphasize some things that we had related to Charlie Kirk today. So let me start off with this here video. Okay.
Black folks, they want us to feel sorry for Charlie Kirk. But before you do that,
we have a problem in Black America. The biggest problem is not racism. It's the lack of dads.
Well, my point was I was trying to say is I don't think that we're doing enough to help these Black communities catch up.
If dads are around, kids flourish. You know who agreed with me? Barack Obama. Barack Obama used to make this a central piece of his campaign. He came to this campus back in 2012, drew like 100,000 person crowd and talked about how we need to rebuild the Black family and put dads back. Why doesn't the Democrat Party talk about that anymore?
I'm fine with having fathers. I'm not against having Black dads.
For sure. I'm saying, but don't we agree? Has anyone heard that mentioned on the national scale in the last 10 years?
Charlie Kirk's death has led me to an uncomfortable conversation that I want to facilitate. To my white brothers and sisters, how would you hope your minority friends respond to the celebration of Charlie Kirk's life when he has very publicly said things like this?
Should Black people get reparations?
I believe they should.
So I, white man, have to play for Black people. Why?
Wow, that's a really selfish thing you just said.
Hold on. Why should I have...
That's a really non-empathetic thing to say.
Why should I have empathy for a race? I have white guilt because I breathe? Why should the white students here have to work harder to pay for Black kids? What is that all about?
Not every Black person has lineage connected to slaves.
That's
and
true.
Every white person doesn't have lineage connected to slaves.
Yes, that's right. So since every Black person doesn't have a lineage connected to slaves, why should we generalize and say reparations for Black people?
Because there are people that are in a worse place.
So over 150 years, they didn't have any ability to make better decisions, to save money, and to invest. How about you take responsibility for your own actions instead of blaming the white man?
But if the ground water slip and a fall, it's them so go like go drink water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
Again, if you have a Black victim at 2 a.m. in a Black neighborhood, it's reasonable to say that it was a Black on Black crime. 90% of murders after 2 a.m. in Chicago are Black on Black crimes. I'm from Chicago. Right. I happen to know it. So, right? Of course we pander to Blacks. They're in every TV commercial. They get more privileges to come into society. They come into every college on preferential with lower test scores. You can't ever say anything negative. You can lose your job. You have your entire life obliterated if you say something racist. And yet we have to hear about how racist we are. How about you take responsibility for your own actions instead of blaming the white man?
Remember when Charlie Kirk said that Black women didn't have the same brain processing power?
Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously.
The murder of Charlie Kirk has plunged America into a dark and dangerous place. And frankly, I don't know how we get out of it. But I do know this. We can't keep lying to ourselves about who we are as a country. Every time a burst of public violence disrupts our illusion of America, we hear the same empty ritual. This is not who we are. Violence has no place in America. Those are lies. This is exactly who we are. America was birthed in violence, founded in the brutality of genocide and slavery, and it continues to be violent today with more gun deaths per capita than any other industrialized society. From the Trail of Tears to Tulsa to the Tree of Life, violence has always been the American way. It has silenced presidents from Lincoln to JFK and prophets from Medgar to Malcolm to MLK. It did not begin with the shots fired at Republicans Charlie Kirk, Donald Trump, or Steve Scalise, nor with the attacks on Democrats Gabby Giffords, Paul Pelosi, or Melissa Hortman. It is part of our collective DNA as a nation, the bloodstained memory in the stolen soil of the land. We are not now and never have been United States. Charlie Kirk's death makes that plain. One side crowns him a martyr, lowers the flag, and pins a posthumous medal on his coffin. The other cannot escape the consequences of the venom he spat at women, Black, brown, and queer people. Yet we are scolded for naming his bigotry as if racism were merely a political difference. He once said that gun deaths were a price worth paying for the Second Amendment. And then one bullet in Utah prompted conservatives to call for war, just as one officer's knee in Minneapolis prompted Kirk to call a dead Black man a scumbag. But we are expected to honor a man who dishonored George Floyd, who called Dr. King awful? What hypocrisy to pretend to honor peace while celebrating a man who denounced Dr. King, our greatest apostle of nonviolence. I take no joy in the death of my detractors.
I'm going to open up the phone lines as soon as I get done with this right here. I'd like to hear from some people who could explain it, who don't have to explain it. I mean, give me your views on this, okay?
I would rather
we're almost done with it.
Win on the battlefield of ideals than on the battlefield of weapons. But who in this climate can lead us from here? Who can be our Lincoln? While the 16th president called on the better angels of our nature, the 47th appeals to the worst demons of our disposition. And once those demons are unleashed, they cannot be summoned back. In years past, wars gave us fleeting illusions of unity. But America failed to do the slow, painful work that post-Holocaust Germany and post-apartheid South Africa had to do, the work of healing a wounded nation through truth, not lies. This is the truth. America was never great for those that erased from history. The challenge today is not whether we can recreate an imaginary past, but whether we will embrace an honest future and form a more perfect union that never existed. Either we bury the lies that have kept us divided, or the lies will bury us.
So what do you guys think? I see it's a lot of people who are saying this person is not speaking the truth. So this person is not speaking in his truth? Okay. Like everybody's life, right? Charlie Kirk had different sides to his life. He was a father, a husband, and no doubt he had people in his life, in his circle, who cared about him, right? He also played a part in the community, all kinds of community, both through people he knew, going through the colleges, all of these things, right? Where what I have a problem reconciling with this good Charlie that everybody seems to say there is, and the negative Charlie is when why he chose to represent denigrating a race. That's when I have a problem with Charlie. He carried himself, the way he carried himself didn't show much concern for other people, for other immigrants, for Palestinians, for blacks, that's the way he carried himself, as though he didn't concern himself about those people. Compassion and empathy. He said he didn't want to hear nothing about compassion and empathy, right? So that wasn't really a part of what he gave to the world. He wanted to give the world. He wanted to give this portion of him, whether his words came from genuine, concern or desire for attention or money, or he was a grifter. I don't know. Who knows? Okay. But either way it go, it still affected us all the same, right? Instead of leaving behind something that we all could stand behind, empathy is not a tool. Empathy is what people feel. It's not a tool. Okay. That's just a dumb take on it. Everybody, every person, most people have empathy. Okay. So whether you liked him or you didn't like him, his platform was used to stir division and to breathe new life into prejudices. It just was. Because he has a reaction. You have this reaction from both sides. From both sides. That's a disappointing thing. When I looked into him, I said, okay, I ain't never really heard of Charlie Kirk, whatever. But it's disappointing to find out that there's people who can't stand him. Someone with his influence could have been remembered for bringing people together or working towards a better future for Black people, for immigrants, for trans people, for Palestinian people. Unfortunately, that remains most visible. What remains most visible is the damage of the words. Charlie went to college campuses for a reason. I tried to find where he had debates with people of his intellectual capacity, his intellectual heft. I haven't found one debate that he's had with an adult person that could bounce back the ideas against him. I haven't seen one. I've seen him have debates against kids. I haven't seen him have debates against grown adults. No, not at a college campus. I'm talking about with adults, grown adults. Yes, please, SOG, please. Yes. I'm finding out about what was he talking about? What was he saying? Okay. Some of you guys are saying, hi, King Brokios, Patrick, Ty, John, Love, SOG. I see you guys, James, Antonio, The Lesson, Rosalind, Banks, Fight Club, Devin. I see you. Good. I see you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe. We're trying to break it down. We're trying to hear. Let me play a little bit more of the video, then I will open up the phone lines and then we can talk about it. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Because people are saying all these things, all these famous folks are saying all this shit. But you guys knew Charlie. You guys talked to Charlie. You guys actually knew this person. So we want to hear what you people have to say. You talked to him, maybe you visited him at a campus, whatever. This is what I want to hear. Here we go.
Charlie Kirk, this country is diverse. You can't just say the pursuit of diversity is compromising excellence. Diversity literally just means difference. This country is 13% Black. It's 14% immigrant. It's 1/5 of every person in this country is Hispanic. It's 7% homosexual, and 50% of the country disagrees with you. Okay, diversity is America. You cannot say
all of that is true.
You are America first if you do not care about half of America.
I care about them so much, in fact.
You care about them so much that you don't want to give them
I didn't interrupt you.
access
I care
to
about
equal rights.
Well, hold on. No one said rights. Hold on a second. No. I care about them.
It's equal rights. It's equal access.
Let me finish.
Dude, I'm old. I don't be looking at no young people online. I just discovered the internet like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I don't know shit about that, boy. Okay? 3 the Little Birds, hello. Kendar, hello. Bucksmith, hello. Please and thank you. Welcome. Please like the video. Come on in, please and thank you.
Now, who's interrupting who? I care about them so much. I want the only thing that they're ever judged on is to be their character or their competency, not their skin color.
Okay, so you want it to be a meritocracy.
Yes.
So let's talk about a meritocracy.
Okay.
What experience does Kash Patel have to run the FBI?
He has amazing experience.
No, he doesn't.
You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
We're going to need some zombie mace. You crazy, Kendar.
Affirmative action, particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
Yeah, Farmer, yeah.
I hear because of action affirmative. She can't even say that.
Hillary, Farmer.
We know. It's very obvious to us that you were not smart enough to be able to get in on your own. I couldn't make it on my own, so I needed to take opportunities from someone more deserving. You know, this is how arrogant Joy Reid and Ketanji Brown Jackson and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee are. They're so narcissistic, they think this is persuasive. They think we're like, oh, of course. That's why we need affirmative action, because you have impressed us with your brilliance. Of course. Oh, no. Imagine the world without Joy Reid.
Right.
Imagine the world without Sheila Jackson Lee or Michelle Obama or Ketanji Brown Jackson. They think this is persuasive. They think, as they kind of now reveal that I'm only here because of anti-white, anti-Asian forced discrimination policies. That turned me into a bitter, resentful activist that hates white people, honestly, through, like, I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. When blacks in America did not have the same rights they had today, they were less murderous, there was less break-ins. Why is that? And the data shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened?
So what I am saying is I'm listening to Charlie's words. I'm saying you guys say X, Y, and Z. So I'm listening to you guys' words. So let's listen to what Charlie said. These are Charlie's words.
Certain skin color now gets their own summertime celebration. Oh, wow, look how far blacks have come. It has now become a racial...
Wait a minute. So you're saying Charlie didn't say these things, Sam Sauce? So he didn't say any of this? Wait a minute, the words are doctored? Because I haven't seen this video all the way through. I'm watching it as you're watching it. I'm watching it as you're watching. So you're telling me he never said this stuff, that this stuff is cut up. Is this what you're telling me?
Complaining day. Remember what BLM stands for. Burn, loot, and murder. Yeah.
5 seconds or 10 seconds. I'm looking at the person. I'm looking at what he's saying. They're not changing the person.
Yeah, stands for one of the biggest. Didn't earn it, just so we're clear.
Can we also acknowledge, due to the laws under Jim Crow, that Black people were significantly hindered from economic advancement?
This is a really important question. The data shows not really. Black Americans are poorer today in 2024 than they were in the 1950s. The disappearance of the Black father has been the #1 driver of Black.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I want you to say, I'm about to open up the phone lines. I want you guys to explain this to me. What the hell am I listening to? What are we listening to?
Black poverty in this country. At least agree that Black dads not being around is a bad thing.
Anyway, it doesn't matter what that man said. That man still should have went home to his wife. That man still should have went home to his family. I don't care what you all are saying. I don't care how we slice it. That man should have went home to his family as a human being. Okay? People don't like what he said. People don't like how he did it. But you have to say that man had to go home to his his wife and his child. That's full stop. This is where I stand. He was supposed to go home. Somebody calling me already? Hold on. Hold on. I didn't expect you to pull up just this quickly because I don't have you put into the system. Hold on. Let me remove something. Keep ringing. Hold on. Let me put the phone up. Hold still. Hold still. Wait. Okay. Now, y'all calling? Let's see the phone. Here we go. Here we go. Can you guys hear Tyler? Tyler? Can you all hear Tyler? Put a yes in the comment section. Can you all hear Tyler, please? Okay, Tyler, how can I help you? Oh, okay. I'm learning. I'm learning. You can't. No, you guys can't hear him. Oh shit. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, okay. Now let's see. Can you guys hear him now? Talk, Tyler.
Give me 1 second. I'll make it better. I'll make it a little better for you.
Can you guys hear him now?
Should be better now.
Good now? Okay, they can hear you. Okay, they can hear you. Okay, so Tyler, I am a person that has never heard or I saw Charlie Kirk. Obviously, I seen him, but he was young. I don't do young stuff. I didn't do young stuff. I just discovered getting on the internet. I don't know how to use TikTok. None of that stuff. So I don't know Charlie. I just really started to figure out and listen to Charlie this weekend. And I never really even looked at any clips or anything like that. So I was like, okay, let me do a stream. What is going on? Why do we have two opposing sides to this man?
Honestly, my background would be my grandpa fought in Vietnam. My parents are church-going people. They're Christians. I was raised in church. I disregarded it and had crazy thoughts like anyone. It doesn't matter. I'm not putting people in a spectrum. I'm just saying groups of people. And I did bad things, you know, just like I feel like most people can cope or relate with. And I would say that I went down a terrible path, but I truly believe in my faith, my religion, as well as Charlie spoke endearing as he did. Like I would feel, and most people, that I believe that what I did was wrong, and that comes more down to like knowing something's wrong or right. And I watched a person earlier that was gay, their video, and they've been gay for a long time, and I, from what they said, felt like sympathy for them, you know. I feel like the rhetoric, when you look at it from one side, from the other side, is just so much different. And that's the problem that I think.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is, son?
I honestly don't, because I think the way that things have, because of technology maybe, and how advanced things have gotten now, and that, like, so say before, like I go to college games, I have a daughter who plays volleyball, and we travel. And we go, and there's no racism anywhere. I go to games. I go to all the. I've had friends. I was born when I was a child. You know, the Nintendo 64 came out when I was in middle school. You know, and the games progressed throughout my life. My first ringtone in high school was Tipsy. You know, and this and that, and like it. I like with black. I don't understand the rhetoric most of the times is what I'm trying to, and I think that most people don't.
I'm
We
trying to
all
figure
love
out
each
what's
other.
going on.
No way. It's so hard to understand with everybody, but we all mean good, and we all. That's what I think Charlie was getting on to,
right?
And that's what people are seeing. That's what I believe.
Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
If you guys want to call dropped and you don't like what they're saying, you can drop it. It's a cash app, $10 cash app to drop whoever you want to drop. Somebody just told me that I should say that if you want a call dropped, it's $10. If you want to do whatever, send a cash app. That's fine and dandy, but I appreciate all of you in here. Please call back. The phone lines are open. We want to hear about exactly why is such a divide. And here's the thing. Here's another thing. I don't think a lot of black people knew Charlie all that well, because I went around and I asked today of the people I know. And most people that I know didn't even know Charlie. What's going on?
Call from
Drake.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Wait a minute. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hello. You are.
How are you?
I'm fine. Tell me about this big divide. Why do we have a divide? Well, people love Charlie. People hated Charlie. Like like explained to most people, I'm old. I don't get on this internet and start doing this stuff, right? And I'm just finding out. I'm like, what the hell happened? Why is such a beloved character getting this hate? What's going on?
I think both sides are so full of hate right now, and there's so much just disagreement and anger built up
Right.
That it spills over into reality, and it's most of it's just coming from the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think it's just on the internet, but in real life, it was a different thing.
I think what happens is people will listen to or watch the same video over and over again,
mm-hmm.
and then they go talk to the people that they agree with, and it reinforces what they already believe, and
right.
then they come back with their convictions even stronger.
Right.
And then they rationalize it.
He seemed like he was very firm in his beliefs and firm in the things that he thought.
He was definitely firm in his faith,
right.
and firm in his nationalism. He loved his country and he loved his God, and he believed what the good book told him to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of people have problems with that.
So how do we resolve this? How do you resolve his character in the eyes? Do we
are you saying how do we resolve his character, or how do we get away from, like, where's the off ramp type deal?
Yeah, because it's like we went nuts. It's like the internet just went nuts. I don't understand what's going on.
Honest to God, I don't know if there is an off ramp at this point. Like, I feel like if the right was John Wick, we just killed his dog.
Shut up. I just got it. Okay. Okay, I got it. Just like, yeah, it's like that. It's like we're on the cusp. We're on the cusp of something we don't know what it is. And it's like, it's wild. And it's like, it has me. I just started thinking, should I be worried about going outside? Should I worry about, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's okay. So sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
I do live in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in Georgia, what I would suggest is get you a little pocket rocket, get you a little something.
Oh.
Listen, we live in the real world, and not everybody is articulate and polite as you and me. That's just the reality of the situation.
See, and I'm fearful of that. I'm afraid to carry that. I just, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
But what's the alternative?
I'm just going to be a little bit more vigilant. Vigilant with, what I do, where I go, and how I go. Because, I never.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's my version of that.
Right.
I'm a man, I've got to protect me and mine. I've got a family I need to look out for.
Right.
And it's like, it stops with me. I'm not 6'8". I'm not 500 pounds of muscle. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't stop 3-4 guys. It's not going to happen. I'm blind in one eye.
Right.
So
we just have to be vigilant, but I just wish people would tone it down, because we have to live on this planet together. We have to live in this country together. I mean, I understand that Charlie was an idol for people. He was that. But we have to take into account who was the person that took Charlie away. That young man took Charlie away. We have to focus on the fact that it was that young man and not the rest of us. And the rest of us we have to have cooler heads. I cannot, You cannot put us in a world where everybody is afraid to say something, afraid to move, because one person decided they were going to end someone's life. And this young man, this Mr. Robinson, was the one who decided to end his life. It wasn't anybody else besides that person. So I want us to really focus on, God, focus on, caring for our neighbor, focus on celebrating. If you love Charlie, celebrate Charlie. Don't demonize the other side. If you didn't like Charlie, temper your celebration or whatever. You know what I mean? Just we need cooler heads to prevail, and we need to start doing that now because this is wild.
I hear what you're saying, and I agree with what the sentiment is. But they shot the guy that was trying to have the conversation.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
And there aren't a lot of people that were as polite as Charlie on the right.
Yeah. I completely agree. I completely agree.
If we're going to continue to have a dialogue in the country, it goes down from here.
Right. We got to look. If that's the case, we have to see who's talking with a cool head and navigate towards that person who's talking with.
But you and I, we're not on that side.
Yeah, I know.
I did not agree with Charlie about a lot of things.
Oh, so you weren't a Charlie fan. You were just somebody who knew Charlie a little bit.
I knew of him.
Okay.
I didn't know him.
Oh, you didn't know him. Okay. I got you.
I knew of him. I've heard him speak. I disagree with a lot of what he says.
And I very well may disagree once I see the full context. But as of now, I'm keeping an open mind because I don't let crowds or people determine what I like or what I don't like. I don't let people sway me into saying, "Oh, Charlie, I hate Charlie. Oh, Charlie, he's a racist."
Oh, no.
No.
I didn't feel about him one way or the other.
Right. I know, but I'm just saying. People keep saying, "Oh, he's a racist, or he's not, or he's a good man." No, I don't get persuaded by that. I look at my own evidence, my own fact. I don't believe
because you can only you can't take what somebody else says about what somebody's saying.
Right.
Because if they didn't say it, where are we coming from?
Right. I just hope we can lower the temperature. And I thank you for calling. I thank you for calling. Please. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Thank you. This is where we're at, guys. This is where we're at. Hoping we get cooler heads that prevail. Hoping we can get some understanding about that. I'm following the experts. Hi, Jerry, Scott, Bree, Rando, Grace Cuts, Smo. I'm following our officials, our elected officials, our people who are in charge of prosecuting this man. I'm following anybody else. I'm not a person that listens to people.
Call from
and then change their mind.
Pro.
To accept, press 1.
Ty Pro. Ty.
HQ, how you doing tonight? Good evening.
Fine. It's a wild night. How can I help you? What's your say?
It's been a wild week. I'm gonna keep it short.
Okay.
You're having a great conversation, and I just wanted to point out one thing about the deceased Charlie Kirk and this cult. Like he got a religious cult like following. These guys, they don't want to listen. They talk about conversation, but they don't want to hear the other side. They just want to feel like they're being heard. But he was adamantly he wanted to pardon the murderer of George Floyd. And he was one of those talking heads that pushed George Floyd died of an overdose, when so many people testified in court that man died from asphyxiation. But it's a racist talking point to say that even though he died with a knee in his neck that he died from overdose. That's racist talking point. And I don't know if a lot of these people know that they're not racist just because they're not putting a Klan hood on. They're still having this anti-black, non-empathetic talking point is racism, because you are in a system built on racism. So when that system is constantly taking lives, it is racist. And you want to blame everything on gang violence, but you don't take a look at all of the Walmarts and the schools getting shot up. When anybody brings that up, is a clutch my pearls, you need Jesus. They in a religious cult. They don't want to hear it. I just wanted to get that out. I love you, HQ.
Thank you, Ty. Thank you. Now, my thing is this. That's something that needs to be researched. Is there something out there that says that George Floyd died from an overdose? I don't know. Look at the reports. Stop listening to other people. Listen to whatever reports they have. Listen to the news media. Go look at the reports. It could be, it could not be. That's not my focus. My focus is on the people who, two opposite sides of the Charlie Kirk life. Okay. Jara, you crazy. Jara, or Supreme Leader, Neutral Cult, Flame, Rando, One Cup, Two Bears, Kindar, Michael, Ty Pro. We got MJK, Jerry. If there's a caller on the line, if you want to drop the caller, it's $10 to drop the caller, or $20 to drop the call. Whatever. If you want to drop the caller, you can definitely pay on that. But for right now, we're listening to people who want to speak about Charlie, who wanted to have a conversation about Charlie, who wanted to express themselves about Charlie, because you very rarely get an opportunity to call in and actually express yourself about Charlie. I don't want to get into a screaming match with people. This is a neutral territory here. You have a right to express it. I just don't come for me. Don't come for me. I'm just a facilitator, okay? We're gonna finish watching okay, we got a phone call. Here we are.
Call from
Mark.
To accept, press 1.
Hello, Mark.
Yes.
Yes. What did Charlie mean to you, and what do you want the crowd to know about Charlie?
I mean, I guess he didn't mean a whole lot to me personally, but I did see a lot of his videos. He's been on for about a decade plus.
Okay.
And I think he was one of the few people, conservative or liberal in our country, who was willing to have difficult conversations in a public forum and challenge people head on. And I agreed with a lot of the talking points he made, and I disagreed with some of the stuff. And I was raised in a conservative household.
So you disagreed, and you agreed and disagreed. There were some things what was one of the things?
There was moments. Somebody brought up George Floyd a moment ago.
Oh, George Floyd. Okay.
That, Charlie said that he died of could have died from a drug overdose. And I was, I'm paramedic and saw the reports on the guy.
Right.
And when he passed and they published that, part of me was like, well, maybe he did die from a drug overdose.
Okay.
And part of me thought, hey, this guy had major coronary artery disease. But the fact of the matter is even with all those issues, there never should have been a cop kneeling on his neck for
we
15
agree.
minutes.
We agree on that. Yes.
So when I heard Charlie argue that point in public, it was a very hard conservative point. And I was like, I see what you're doing. I see what you're saying. And there's fact in that and merit. But step away from that for a moment and look honestly at what happened, which is that, there was a cop kneeling on a guy's neck for 15 minutes.
Right. And
a human being, black, white, anything.
Right.
It's just not right.
Right.
So I appreciate that there's people out there. What I wanted to say was I appreciate that there's people out there that want to have these difficult conversations.
Right.
I hope that this doesn't strike fear into everybody and say, well, I guess we can't have them because it's just too dangerous.
Yes.
I didn't agree with everything he said, but I agreed with the fact that he had the guts to get up there and do it.
Yes.
And I want more people to do that.
Yes. We got to have these difficult conversations no matter what, no matter how hard or embarrassing or whatever. We just have to. I mean, and I get that Charlie was one of the difficult fire, but he was very aggressive. But according to most people, he wouldn't shy away from talking to black people. He wouldn't shy away from any person when he wanted to make a point. So with that being said, I hope that we find someone else who wants to do the same thing, not necessarily to bring about being antagonistic, but to be, a facilitator and try to bring people together instead of coming across as maybe antagonistic to a lot of people, because a lot of people in this chat saying, we wasn't going for Kirk. We didn't like him. And it's like,
it's not that I like or dislike him. I like what he stood for, which is people are going to stand and have a conversation, and we're not going to yell at each other. We're going to exchange ideas.
Right.
Whether or not I agreed with his ideas depended on what he was talking about.
Right.
What I really agree with is, let's have conversations. Let's not be violent over it.
Right. And that's why I'm saying that was the headline. People are crashing out about Charlie Kirk when we could all sit down and then have a conversation. Let's have a real conversation, not a surface conversation, a real conversation, and say X, Y, and Z. Instead of saying, oh, well, he was just a racist. We just ain't going to listen to him because he was. Maybe he was. Who am I to judge and who am I to say? But the whole point was he was bringing those conversations to the forefront. So that's it. That's as good as I can get. He was a human being who should have went home to his family, and he didn't. And that's the end of my conversation. I don't have any ill will whatsoever. I just want to know why everybody is so angry on every side when in Charlie's legacy, we could be talking to each other. And maybe continuing continuing what he was doing, not necessarily what he was saying, but continuing his legacy of reaching out to people. That's all I'm saying.
The hardest thing in the world, I think, is to forgive each other and understand each other. It's much easier to just get angry and yell.
Right. And you see that all online. It was like, I don't even like going over to some of these places. It's like, what's going on when we could just talk to each other? When you call me a demon and the other person, and I call you a tard, or I call you a XY, we don't get anywhere. Where do we get?
Well, we end up walking away hating each other, and nothing good came of it.
Right.
You know? And I was raised in a household where a lot of yelling happened and nothing got solved.
Right.
So I grew up trying to be a person who would defuse that and go, see things from other people's point of view, while at the same time getting my point across, all without raising my voice.
Right.
Because if we just attack each other, people will defend themselves by putting up walls.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you for calling.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Take care.
Call from
Benjamin Hopkins.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hopkins.
Hello.
I love the voice. How can you help me?
How are you? I'm a.
Uh-oh. You're going in and out. We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I had you on speakerphone trying to listen to you.
Okay.
Oh.
What do you have to say about Charlie?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Thank you.
Sorry, but I had your podcast on and it at the same time. How are you doing tonight, sister?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine.
All right. Well,
I know it's a hot topic.
Yes.
I really do.
I would.
really
You know what? I wish it wasn't a hot topic.
So do I. So do I. Because
I wish it was.
The problem in the world right now is love.
Right. Right.
It is, man. Bob said it the best, Marley. To be honest.
What was Charlie Kirk trying to do? And then
Charlie
why can't we do that? Why can't we do that?
To be honest, he was trying to speak about it, but he trying to speak about it in all the wrong ways. Well, not all the wrong ways. He tried to bring statistics. And to be honest, the statistics most of the time were right. I'm no argue on that, but I'm a white person, man. I'm a white freaking Rasta, man. Right. I'm sorry, my parents don't understand me. Nobody understands me, but I understand most of the world. And the whole world don't want nothing but love. And I think, to be perfectly honest, that's what Charlie was trying to preach. And he was trying to show that there wasn't any divide. To be perfectly honest, we all come from the motherlands. Right. Which is Africa, which is Israel, which is, I mean.
So what part of his message rubbed you the wrong way? Let's put it that way. What part?
To be honest, none. No, and the only part that rubbed me the wrong way was the way that I think people perceived him. I mean, the boy really came nothing but preaching love, and it was from his internal beliefs. To be honest, his God is my God, but everybody's misunderstood. Man, I call him a different name. It's Jah and it's Yahweh to me. I mean, Muslims have a different name for it. I love Muslim people, bro. I don't agree with everything, but still, I mean, it's a book for our own interpretations. And I think a bunch of people interpret him extremely wrong, even though he was somewhat trying to go in about it the right way, because he was trying to bring, your and my opinions together, or his and their opinions together, not your and mine. Sorry.
See, you said at the beginning that he said it the wrong way. What did you mean by that?
What I meant by that is, all right, I'm a Southern boy. I North Carolina all the way. I'm an island boy. I grew up on the Outer Banks and in eastern North Carolina. Well, my grandfather was a different type of person. He was a person who, no matter what the outside world was telling him, because back in the days when he started his business in the 50s and stuff, people were telling him, "Oh no, you can't serve certain people. Don't do it that way. Why are you doing it this way?" I mean, my grandfather was living in the dirty South and messed with the KKK every day. Nobody liked the KKK. I don't mean to be mean, except for the KKK. They the only person like the KKK.
Right.
And I mean, I kind of, looking at everything that I've seen, I kind of think they trying to throw their ways out there the same way. And I do not vote. I do not vote. I voted one time in my life when I was 18 for Ralph Nader, because that man was going to legalize weed. And in my religion, that's a good thing, because I've had to use church and state a couple of times. But still, I mean, it won't about it. To be honest, Bush was evil too. Fuck that. He caused the war that wasn't even negotiable, because he wanted to find one person.
So I got a question for you. Where do you think this is going to go if we don't get cooler heads to prevail? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I think it's going to go in the total wrong direction because, I mean, he came off, to be honest, it won't even, I mean, I understand that the African American society looks at like, oh, you know, well, he was throwing all these stats our way, but he really won't even so much as that, but he was throwing the stats to the biological way, where I mean, even going back into decades, we were talked to about sex, and I mean, the only place that I know that sex reigned supreme in biblical times was Sodom and Gomorrah. And to be perfectly honest, God reduced that to nothing but sulfur balls and ashes. You know, and it's been proven. But I think it was where we let our outside needs and wants dictate what we feel. Yeah, deep level. Sorry, but I'm a simple person, man. I'm a single father of three with three baby mamas that not one of them understand me, but they understood. They think it was love, but it was more lust. Yeah. I mean,
well, thank you for calling. I got to get the next caller, but thank you very much for calling in. Thank you.
Call from
Steven.
To accept, press 1. To send.
Steven.
Hey, how are you doing tonight?
Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you. What do you have on the topic of Charlie? What's going on with the world?
Yeah. So I've been listening. It's actually my first time hearing your show. I was just doom scrolling a little bit, you know, bad habit, and then I'd seen your thing, and I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of my perspective.
Yeah, this is about the second or third time that I've opened up the phone lines. I normally do relationship stuff, but I thought it was important to do this Charlie thing since we had so many people that were hurting, messed up, angry.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Absolutely. Well, so my point of view, first of all, I've heard a few people's perspectives, and I just want to clarify, I'm a Christian, and you know, there's no human on this planet that I agree with 100%. I don't think that there ever could be, but I agree with pretty much everything that I've ever heard Charlie say, and all that I really want to say is kind of share from the Christian point of view, I think how a lot of us are feeling, and what I would say is, you know, for one, like I said, I can only speak for myself, but I was extremely upset, just because I know how much work that man put in to help our country and to help freedom of speech. And he did so many things that no one would realize in terms of just what he sacrificed. And obviously he ended up sacrificing everything.
Yes.
But yeah, what I would say here, excuse me, what I would say is, Charlie really spoke for us. He spoke for a lot of people that feel like they don't have a voice, because in my opinion, it seems like, you know, the average Christian opinion is very demonized. And the thing that I really want to say is the rhetoric coming from the left of basically calling people like Donald Trump or Charlie Kirk, Hitler, if they're calling him, you know, basically just deplorable names and dehumanizing us, then that's really when this sort of thing happens. And quite frankly, you know, I believe in forgiveness and I believe in healing, and that's the way I'm going about it. But I'm also pissed off in the sense to where, you know, that was just so egregious, and it was so heavily pushed by the rhetoric of the left for the past few years. And all that I would say too is, Charlie would tell you, is that everything he said was strictly out of love and was strictly out of wanting to lead people towards the good Lord. And everyone has that decision on what they want to do. But, you know, even like little things, how he, I heard one caller mention George Floyd a few calls ago. I would say, for one, you know, I live in Louisiana, and our community is about where I live is about 50-50, 50% white, 50% black, and so I get a very good perspective of just race relations. And what I would say is actually black and white people in my neck of the woods, we love each other, and that's not everyone, but we hold the door for each other going in the store.
Right.
We hold, we do anything for each other. And quite frankly, I have so many black people in my life that I love, and I have some that I hate. I have so many white people in my life that I love, and I have some that I hate. And what I'm getting at is it's just an individual thing. And what I would say is with the George Floyd, saying it purely out of love and nothing besides that. But it was proven in the toxicology report that he was overdosing in real time. And the other thing that I would also say is that the knee on his neck was absolutely wrong. But what Charlie was arguing whenever he was talking about it was that was shown to him in his police training. So he wasn't saying that maneuver was something that was a good thing, but what he was saying is that it was less on the individual cop and more or less on the training of said cop, because they were trained to use that maneuver in instances where, the person is resistant or whatever the case may be. And that was just my perspective. And like I said, I heard the young man say something along the lines of, the system was built, against them and that sort of thing. And I just want to say, from someone who comes from a community of, like I said, about as mixed race as you can get, that, us white people and us Christians and conservatives, it may seem that way, but we love the black community as much as we love anyone. And when I say that, I mean it because we're all children under God.
Right.
And I just hate the narrative that's pushed of the average person who's trying to defend Judaism and Christianic values is pushed as someone who is hateful, when all that it really is we really are just striving to be the light of the world the best way that we know how, and try to live like Jesus. And it doesn't mean that we know everything, but it does mean that we know the Savior. And that's all that I would say. And I just want to say to anyone listening that thinks that the system was built against them in that manner, I just want to say that as an American, it hurts me to hear that, because it makes me think that there are people that think that they're a leg behind. And obviously everyone's born into separate scenarios. But what I would say is that our country is a country that's built on, opportunity, and anyone who's willing to work hard enough and do the right things is able to be successful in our amazing country. And that's not the case for the vast majority of the world. And I would just really, really like to say that, even though I know I'm going around a lot of topics, but
that's okay.
Even though I'm pissed off about the Charlie Kirk situation, and my knee-jerk reaction is to be extremely upset at the narratives that have been pushed and the things that have been said, I just want to say that, our country is the best country ever founded on this planet. And all that we need to do is trust Jesus, and the rest will come along. And obviously everyone doesn't believe that way. But one thing that I will say is that no matter if Charlie Kirk is living or whether he's in the grave like he is right now, Jesus is in control. And for the average Christian, it may have upset us in the time, but it doesn't change the fact that we know that Jesus is in control, and that'll never shake us. And it didn't shake Charlie. And I can guarantee that he would have done it 1,000,000 times over if he knew the impact that he would have made and the people that he would have caused to rise up through what he's done. And all that I would say is, yeah, us Christians are pissed off and we want to be upset, but we're gonna deal with it a different way, because it's not the right thing to do to deal with it with violence, and it's not the right thing to do to deal with it with just more yelling. But this has got to stop, and I just wish that people would realize that the average Christian really and truly isn't racist, and the vast majority of all Americans I've ever met in my life. Like I say, I'm a white guy from Louisiana in the deep South, and I quite frankly have never in my life met a fellow white person that is actually racist in the sense to where they see a different race as less human than them. And all that I would say is that, it's a lot less division in this country than what people realize. It's just that they want to keep us divided. And
Right.
I just want to say that it's not black, white, yellow, orange. It's American, and all of us are American, and we're one country, we're one people. And I just hope everyone realizes that. And
Thank you.
That's kind of what I wanted to say. So.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We needed that message. We need that kind of message from more than just you. We need it from both sides, all sides, everywhere. We just need to be Americans right now. Be Americans and stand behind a person that was uselessly put into the ground early. And we all need to get behind that fact and not celebrate, but mourn. And then we have to move on.
Absolutely.
And hopefully you all can look at this as not a tragedy to start a fire, but maybe to be better. We just need to be better out here. We cannot be demonizing each other, because we will destroy each other from within if we do that.
Yes, absolutely. And like I say, there's the main reason why, like I say, I'm at least speaking for the Christian community here, but we're going to do what Jesus teaches us no matter what's going on in the world. And it doesn't mean that any of us are perfect or will live perfect, but what it does mean is that we're going to try our best, and we're going to try and do what Jesus has taught us to do, and spread that light in the world. And like I say, I know there's probably some people listening saying, man, I don't believe in Jesus, and I wish you would stop bringing it up and everything. And I would just say that I definitely understand that everyone is entitled to their own point of view. But the main thing I would like to say is, just please stop demonizing us and our point of view, and just understand that we are all just one people as Americans, and that we just want to see our country heal. And we are just very, very sick of the narrative telling us that just because we are faithful to what our God tells us is we need to do, that we are racist, and that we are bigots and fascists and everything else. And and like I said, thank you so much for giving me the platform just to say a few things. And God bless our country, and God bless Charlie. And like I said, there's nothing that any evil in this world can do to take God's plan off the track. So just want everyone to realize that. And like I said, thank you so much again for the few minutes to be able to speak with you and just give my thoughts.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Will you?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we have millions of people around here who love Charlie. Danielle, Latoya, Jara, myself, Maureen. You got Dan, Flame, Travis. I see you, Jara. People move on after 2 days. Yeah, the school shooting. I did do something on the school shooting. I did something on that school shooting last week. I did. Garen, there's Triple. You got Dan, One Cup, myself. I did do something on that school shooting. I did not forget about those kids. I did not forget about those kids. Marshall. Yes, of course. In the bigger scheme of things, do you think that we should be doing something about gun laws? Why can't we put a petition together for the Charlie Kirk gun control bill? Why can't we put something together where we can advocate for a gun control bill somehow, some way? And I understand that he died by the, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Okay. You just do. That's the way he wanted it. That's the way he thought about it. That's the way he did. So my whole thing is this: why can't we advocate for some kind of gun law? Advocate for a gun control bill? Why can't we advocate for that? Okay. Let's hope we can get something. Gun control. You know what I'm saying? I'm knowing this is a senseless act. Okay. This was a senseless act that we didn't know, that it should never have come this way. Okay, hold on. Let me get back to my video. I had a video going. What was going on? Here we go.
Anyone's father not being around is a bad. Starting in the 1980s and continuing onward, there's been a war on drugs. Is this correct?
I like the war on drugs. Blacks commit more crimes than whites do. They commit more murders. They commit more arsons. They commit more kidnappings. That's not a war on drugs. That's a culture problem. Why are so many blacks committing murders outside of their population? So we've spent $20 trillion on uplifting black communities. $20 trillion, and black Americans are poor. Food stamps, subsidized housing, Medicaid, public schooling, subsidized college. We're talking about $20 trillion that is spent on the Great Society, and yet Black America is poorer, more murderous, more dangerous.
Part of equity.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist. Okay, I live when I believe. What do? I get charity every single year.
Crime, like, I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Because of DEI, it begs the question, when you see a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified. If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? It almost creates thought patterns that are not necessarily, no one really cares when it's HR managers. No one cared when it was, just kind of paper shufflers or even engineers. But now when it's like, wait, hold on a second. You're going to remove my appendix and you're a black lesbian.
So what did he mean by all this talk? What did he mean?
I got the best.
What did he mean?
I heard that Charlie Kirk got shot. Is this the same person that said Palestinians don't exist? Because Allah has a funny way of doing things. He said, poof, be gone. Now you don't exist.
So I'm gonna wrap up this Charlie Kirk situation like this, right? If you a black person and you got all that hatred in your heart, I ain't got shit to do with that. And I speak for the other black folks that ain't got shit to do with that. None of y'all were ever slaves. The white folks that you hate were never slave owners. You are allowed to defend yourself if you deal with racism, and you could beat somebody's ass if you have to. They proved that in Cincinnati. They proved that with the boat incident in Alabama. Black folks can fight back today. So why do y'all bitch so much? What's the real problem? The times are different, and we need unity more than ever. And people like me stand for that. I am not a victim. You are not a victim. But if you think like a bitch, then you're going to be a victim because you victimize yourself. Wake the fuck up. We are in 2025. Let's unite and spread love. If you got something against that, fuck. Message.
Black people, why are y'all celebrating? Like y'all better than that. Y'all really on the internet and happy that this man got shot unalive in front of everybody. I mean everybody. All because
Yeah, I got all these people in here. I can't get a super chat. I can't get a like. Y'all need to like and subscribe on the channel. This is the phone call. This is the phone call HQ show. This is what the show is. I'm just entertaining you until somebody calls me. Somebody calls me, gets me information about Charlie, what they thought, what they felt. This is a call-in show. So I'd appreciate the call-in show, and I'd appreciate the super chat and the cash app. That'd be amazing. Super chat is amazing. Thank you very much. Support the show. Support the show. It would be nice. Great. Hit the like button, the subscribe button for more content. Of course, we're going to have more content, more worldly things happening, crime mostly, but y'all do that. Super chat, hit the like button, subscribe, please.
Y'all don't like his opinions. Now, I'm not riding with Charlie Kirk, right? But the nigga gone already, right? He gone. But my thing is this. Stop asking people questions and you're not ready for the answer. Because if you just look back at it, he was only answering the question that y'all asked him and just gave his opinion. Y'all got to realize that everybody ain't going to agree. You got to agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. Hold on. We're going to answer the phone. I know. Hello. Hello. How you doing, Jerry? Give me your thoughts on Charlie. Because we're letting everybody hear their thoughts, everybody's thoughts on Charlie. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm. Mm-hmm.
That white folks this, white folks that. That's it's wrong.
I'm sorry, y'all. Now y'all can hear him. I'm sorry. I forgot to put him on. I'm sorry. Keep going.
All right. Did you get the whole opening?
No, I didn't get the whole opening.
All right. So speaking on Charlie first, he was against evil, right? It's a culture thing, right? If you look it up online right now, I was wrong the other night, but tonight I done looked it up to make sure I was right. 38% black people in prisons. That's wrong. He hated that. It's a culture problem. The rap music really gives it all. Like shit. I'm from Cleveland. I was into that rap music. I wanted to be the biggest dude with the chain, selling drugs with all the hoes. And you see where that shit leads you, right? It's wrong. It's negative. So he was against that. So all the people saying, "Oh, he hates black people. He hates black people." No, he hates the culture that was being made. Like, what happened to the Temptations? What happened to like in the '60s where it was, it wasn't getting some head. It was fucking like the Temptations, like way different. Like the culture changed, and like it led a lot of young men into prison. And I'm not wrong on that, and no one can tell me I'm wrong on that. But you got people like, oh, blame the white folk, blame the white folk, oh, blame the white folk. The justice system. I hear a lot about George Floyd. George Floyd, all right. Yes. Science don't lie. Science will never lie, right? So the autopsy report hit, right? Like he didn't die from asphyxiation. It didn't happen. He died from delirium, a drug overdose. He had
we were talking
audio problems.
About George Floyd with the on the neck. So I mean that helped it along. Him being on his neck helped it along.
No, I do agree that the cop was highly aggressive.
Yeah.
But if you look at the training, that's what they do.
Right.
Like my brother his neck got stepped on like 4 times because he tried to mess with the cops. Like I get it. It was highly aggressive. It was really aggressive. I don't agree with the cop at all. But you know why he didn't get in prison? Because science showed that George Floyd didn't die from asphyxiation. He died from other things. So like if you don't trust in the system, which they don't, like T.Y. won't, he'll still throw white people this, white people that, white people this. That's the problem with America right now. It's like we want to just play the blame game. Let's blame something, right? Let's blame white folks. Let's blame the system. Let's blame Trump. Let's not look at ourselves at all. And it's like, it's silly to me. You're silly to me.
And so what would your message, what would your message be? What message do you think Charlie would want you to put out there?
All right, here's what Charlie would say. It's not about race. Don't see race. Actions, right? It's all about actions. Right? Play stupid games, you get stupid results. Like, it's all about actions. Like, everybody, this is an open country. We're not communist China. We're not North Korea. Open country. Everybody got the same opportunities. We do.
Right.
If you don't do nothing wrong, nobody's going to come to your house and just put you in cuffs. That's not how we work. So, just do what's right. Go to work. Support your family. Find God. Hope a lot of y'all find God. And stop listening to TikTok. Stop listening to what TikTok says.
Stop looking at TikTok. I don't even know how to search on that thing.
Yeah, I'm not on TikTok either, Queen. Like, I don't even believe in it. Like, TikTok is like, I'm 38 years old. I'm on YouTube and Facebook.
I can't even fool with that TikTok. I can't even do that.
No, I can't do it either.
Give me your final thought on Charlie. Give me your final thought on this division. What can we do to help this division that we got going on right now?
Everybody needs to calm it down. Stop following TikTokers and people who talk, and really like think about it for yourself and think about how you're living. Actually, my advice is everybody needs to look at how they're living right now, and like all the hatred that you think you have against another race. Like, stop. Look at yourself and see why.
Right.
And that goes to people too. I don't see race. Like, it's just like you had the other night you had golfers on your I couldn't even jump on the panel.
Oh, Goyers.
Yeah, Goyers. Those are far right, hate Jews, white supremacy things.
Okay.
Them two dudes were so far right, it was unreal. They were so like, oh, they were awful, and they were trolling you. And I couldn't jump on the panel to tell you, but they were just trolling. They were like, oh yeah, we feel bad for Trump. No, they don't. Charlie Kirk stood up for Israel. He stood up for. He didn't even see race. And them dudes though, they were clowning it. Like they.
See, I don't know I don't know. I don't know the difference. They were respectful. So
yeah, that's what Nick.
And that was a positive, I guess. When
their leader is Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
Nick Fuentes. Look him up. He is so far right. Believes Hitler was right. Like they're extreme right. Like white supremacy right.
So they didn't get along with Charlie. So they didn't get along with Charlie because Charlie wasn't far right. Though.
No, hell no, no. They were trolling.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Charlie's right, but Charlie's not far right. Like you can go too far right, you can go too far left. The violence comes from the far right and the way far left. Far ass right and far ass left. That's where the violence comes from.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, they were respectful, so I
know, but they were extremists. Like
okay.
When they said they were goifers, I was like, oh, okay.
When they said that, I recognized that, I recognized that. But I was like, I hope they just don't, get out of pocket. But they were respectful. So, I couldn't be anything but respectful because I'm respectful for people who are respectful for me.
Well, Queen, I want to tell you, look up Nick Fuentes and you'll see right what their shit, you see right where they come from. And it's.
Yeah, I gotta look him up because I've only seen clips of him too. But I've only seen clips of him. So I can't even tell.
He is way too far right. Way too far right. You go way too far right, you get Hitler. That's what you get.
Okay. I would definitely look him up. But thank you for calling. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Love you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. So this is what we have. This is where we're at. Hi, son of cool, Marshall Flame Cash. Hey, son of cool. You got Dan, Mark, The Truth, Travis, Jara. There it is, son of cool. I hope you guys are hitting the like button, subscribe button. We will have more content. The only reason why we have content about Charlie Kirk, because he's dominating the headlines. He's dominating the headlines and everything else is getting drowned out. I understand that there's other things that are going on, but he's drowning everything out. And it's the only thing that we can talk about. I talked about the young children that were hurt, that were, the young school shooter. We talked about that last week. It was very small, but it was right as Charlie Kirk did, right as the Charlie Kirk murder happened. So, but I talked about it because I was planning to talk about it first, and then this happened with Charlie. So it was what it was. We will be back to our regular scheduled content, hopefully soon enough. Here we are. Next call. Gwen.
To accept, press 1. To send.
Hello.
Yeah, how you doing today?
How you doing? I can barely hear you. You're in and out. You're like real fuzzy.
Okay, can you hear me better?
Okay, yes, we hear you now. Please.
Okay, my only thing is this.
Uh-oh, you out there again. What are you doing? Walking around or something? You just disappeared.
Can you hear me better?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, Charlie Kirk is a good man of God. I don't want to say that, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And for the people in the comments that are saying that he was talking about how he would walk out if he see a black pilot, whatever like that, he was talking about the DEI.
Yeah.
How they would hire
based off their skin color to boost up. To say, hey, we got black people here. We hire black people. Same thing with the NFL.
It's not. DEI is not based on color, though, right?
It is. It's the what's it called? The vision.
Because it's because white women were the better persons that got who benefit from DEI. It was white women. It represents women. It represents color. It represents immigrants. It represents trans. It represents all kinds of people other than the standard white male. It represented white females, black males, Hispanics.
Exactly, black males. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is,
so how do
when
we
they hired us
DEI if they hired white women? Hello. Oh, he hung up. Okay. I'm saying the benefit of DEI were white. The most benefit came out of women, as DEI benefit white women more than any other group of people. That's why DEI was not a program just for black people. It was a program for all the minority groups, marginalized. And I've looked up several sources, and that's what that source says.
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. Malcolm.
Nah, this Top Pro. I just wanted to say only 1% of the African American community is incarcerated. It's about, I want to say like less than 400,000 African Americans are in prison out of our 4 million population. It's less than 1%, and less than half of that 1% is incarcerated for violent crimes. There are more white people incarcerated per their percentage. White people commit way more crimes. There's a 80% chance that if you are a white man that you will be murdered by another white man. They commit the most crimes, they use the most drugs, and they are the biggest users of EBT, welfare, and all of that. So it's just, I say all that to say, because I don't have a problem with white people. You can't keep spreading these anti-black talking points like we are the degenerates when y'all are the degenerates. You listen to school shooter music. You're not answering for none of these things. Y'all call us the ones with victim mentality, but y'all blame everything on every other race. It's always the gays, the blacks, the Muslims, is all it is. And you refuse to look yourselves in the mirror. And that's why they love Charlie Kirk so much, because he validated the fact that it's everybody else's problem and helped them not look in the mirror at their own problems. You'll never hear people that support that man talk and admit to the problems in the white community, because the white Christian community is the perfect community in America, and it's the standard that the white Christian community feel like all Americans need to live by. That is the exact same rhetoric that the Ku Klux Klan, slave masters, and everybody in our history used to push. I'm done. I love you. Bye.
Thank you. So we have these opposing views. We have these issues with Charlie Kirk and what he left behind. And people are crashing out everywhere because of it. My question to you all: how do we stop this crashing out? It doesn't matter whether he liked black people or not. The black people that listened to him said he agreed with him. People who didn't agree with him, it makes no difference one way or the other. The whole point is, was the message a message that could be carried out to other people, or did other people hear something different? I haven't listened to his full context of message, because some people need to listen to it. I don't need to listen to it. I mean, I understand it, because I don't need to form an opinion about him, because he's not here. So I don't need to form an opinion about Charlie. Only the people that were affected by Charlie need to have opinion and need to form an opinion about him. Okay. I understand what he did, what he didn't. I've only heard him in the context of him. I'm not talking about it. Other people are talking about it. I'm just having a show where you guys get to call in. You notice I don't have an opinion whatsoever.
From
Triple X.
Triple X. Triple X.
What's going on, Lady Heathen Queen?
Hello, hello, hello. What information do you have about our Charlie Kirk?
Okay, now I spent some time doing some rather in-depth research on Mr. Kirk this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Jason's Black 3-hour breakdown of Mr. Kirk on Saturday, and I've concluded Mr. Kirk is indeed a white supremacist. You know, anybody, that video is already at 90,000 views, and it's only a day old. So I would highly suggest everybody go watch the life and death of Charlie Kirk on the Black Authority. That's going to answer any questions you need to know about him.
Okay.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely spreading falsehoods about Dr. Martin Luther King, which is a big no-no. You know, it's just countless stuff that I seen in that video, and it was his words too. It isn't just somebody saying things, but it was all type of clips I had never seen. And it's just those things you just don't say. Like,
why is it that some people saying he's racist and some people not? Why specifically are people saying, no, he's not racist? He wasn't a racist.
I'm trying to, you know what? That's a great question, HQ. I'm trying to understand their arguments about why he's not racist. I'm not hearing any legitimate talking points or counterpoints to that. They're just saying he's not racist. That's like me saying I'm a billionaire. Okay, now the business that you started and where the money, you know?
Okay, I get what you're saying.
They're just saying he's not racist, but they're not explaining why.
What you're saying is everybody is in the people in the chat or people who can hear are saying that Charlie was not a racist, but they don't have a legitimate point saying he wasn't a racist. Why do I feel like he's a racist? Why do I feel like this particular way he said this is right? And see, you know, I can feel some type of way. You know, I can feel some type of way, but you know, I don't care to feel any type of way. You know why I don't care to feel any type of way? Because it doesn't do me any good to bring that kind of vitriol and negativity into my life. You all need, the people who keep saying that he is a racist, you have valid points saying he's a racist. What was one of your
concrete evidence?
What is one of your concrete evidences that said he was a racist?
Well, he's in several clips, and he's been documented making statements that are clearly anti-black. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, first of all, hold on. I'm gonna break it down to you.
Okay.
You showed some of them in the highlights you showed.
Right.
Now, yeah. Because there's a way to handle that, but just coming out saying those things the way he said is clearly an anti-black slant. You know, like if you want to just attack DEI, you can do that. You know, if you want to attack affirmative action, you can do that. But just when you get to coming out and just saying blacks this, blacks that, like, you got to be very careful with those things. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to coming out saying,
now you Borgen now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Now I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, because I was gonna say, if you come out and just start saying small hat this, small hat that, you will be labeled something. You label anti, you know what, you know. So he's in. Go ahead.
So my question was this: when I have to lean, I can't definitively say he's racist. I can say he leaned. See, I'm one of those people. I take it in all of his statement. Say he made 10 statements about black people, but all 10 of those statements are breaking down the black person.
Yeah, but the problem was a lot of those statements he made to falsehoods, and that's what indeed makes him a racist. Like when he said that about Martin Luther King, those were falsehoods, and the reason why I know those are falsehoods because that information has never come out before. If J. Edgar Hoover had that back, he was a staunch anti-MLK and civil rights guy. He was FBI director. People actually think J. Edgar Hoover would have had that information. Wouldn't have put that
you Borgen now. You Borgen now. You Borgen.
Can you hear me? Let me know when I'm not Borgen.
Okay. You Borgen.
Okay. Yeah, am I still Borgen?
Yeah, sorta, kinda, sorta.
All right. Hold on.
Okay.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, we can hear you better now. Okay.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was gonna say one of the main things is, and it's several, but the falsehoods he was spreading about Martin Luther King, that's just made up rhetoric that he's spreading. There's no real solid documentation about that. If J. Edgar Hoover would have had that information, he was a staunch anti-MLK guy and civil rights guy, the FBI director. If Hoover had that information, people actually think he wouldn't have put that out about MLK. He was doing everything he could to discredit MLK. He definitely would have put this out. So all of a sudden now, 50 years, 60 years later, Charlie Kirk has somehow gotten magic information about MLK, and he's not a great guy anymore. So where's this information coming from? He has spreaded many falsehoods. A lot of these things he's saying are not true, you know? So, and the fact that he's so gung-ho about saying these false things about the black race, that has what is concluding me to come to that conclusion.
So you think he had false narrative about?
No, I know, because there's no definitive proof of a lot of these things he's saying. Now, of course, some things he said is true. You know, I didn't say 100% of the things he said is false.
Right.
But there are many falsehoods, and you're attaching that directly to a race. So that definitely puts you in that realm.
See, that's the scary thing. When a person says 100, or when a person says 20 things, and 15 of them are the truth, but 5 of them are a lie, and people begin to believe those 5, even if it's proven to be somewhat close to the lie, but they still believe everything that person said. Well, if he told me 15 things that are true, I gotta believe the last 5. And this is what people are saying. This is what you're saying. He might have had some truth to what he was saying, but that was a lie.
Exactly. And see, that still makes you a liar. Because in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned, maybe you took the position of I want to get 5 lies out there, but I'm gonna back it up by 15 truths. You know? So there's nothing to prevent that from happening. Yeah, Osmos, God, pull up that Jason Black, Charlie Kirk breakdown from Saturday, man. That's all you need to watch. Yeah, I've seen going back and forth. I dare him to watch that and then report back tomorrow. For real.
Yeah, and it's a Jason Black video called what? What is it called, Ty? Triple.
Yeah, it's called The True Story of Charlie Kirk's Life and Death.
The True Story by Jason Black. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Black Authority channel, The True Story of Charlie Kirk's Life and Death.
Oh, okay.
That's the name of the video.
I'm inclined to give it. See, no, there's no debate. We're not debating here, Hawks. We're not debating. People are just saying what they believe on one side or the other. The earlier callers got along with Charlie Kirk, and they said positive things about Charlie Kirk. This is one person that's saying something not so nice about Charlie Kirk, saying that he didn't believe him, that he was a liar. Don't get mad at me because there's people who don't believe Charlie. Charlie is not a total truth teller. I wish people would understand. Some people do lie to bring their narrative to the forefront. Sometimes some people just do. It just is what it is. I'm not debating any facts. I'm not debating any of that. I'm listening to people say they don't get along with Charlie because Charlie lied. And then I listen to people who said Charlie was telling the truth. There's no debate here. People are going to believe what they want.
Yeah, exactly. When Charlie came on the scene and I didn't know a lot about him, I was like, hey, it's a smart cat. He done came on the scene. Mm-hmm. He's real young. He's sharp. You know, hey, I'm always for that. Mm-hmm. You know? But look, I like what Jason said. He backed it up perfectly. He summed it up perfectly. He had a chance to really do great things. He could have been this generation's John Brown.
Right.
Right. And that's what we need. Like, if he was that focused on the Black community, then what are you doing to help it?
Mm.
You know, he could have been this generation's John Brown or Gary Webb.
Mm-hmm.
No, and Osmos God, what are you talking about, man? You haven't even watched the video talking about people point out biasness. You haven't watched it. What biasness?
You got to, I mean,
you haven't even watched it. Yeah, what is he talking about?
The Black Authority always does thorough breakdowns. The Black Authority, I'm not liking the video said the Black Authority always does thorough breakdowns.
Facts.
So you go look at the Black Authority. He does breakdowns of this. He did a breakdown of Charlie Kirk. Go over there and see. Don't be afraid to listen to new information, y'all. Stop being afraid to listen to new information. People did not like Charlie for whatever reason. It would behoove you to find out why Black people didn't like Charlie. Or not necessarily like Charlie, why Charlie didn't like them. Charlie didn't like us. It would behoove you to find out why people think Charlie didn't like us. Okay? Don't just say Charlie wasn't racist, Charlie wasn't this, that, and the other. Find out why some Black people feel like Charlie didn't like us. Don't just dismiss it. Look at it. Don't just dismiss it. Look at it. And it's called Jason Black's Authority. Okay, so my whole thing is there's people who are out there who believe Charlie did not like Black people. I don't care one way or the other. Charlie doesn't make me liking Charlie. Charlie, he's just like another piece of paint, like a can of paint. I don't care one way or the other whether Charlie.
I think this is my final thing. Mm-hmm. I feel he had phenomenal potential because he was a very smart guy. He's from money. So that's why it's good to watch this video so you can really learn about this guy. He's from money. His dad was an architect and his mom was a trader, like a top investment trader. Yeah. So he's from a millionaire family, and millionaires have other higher millionaires.
That don't even make sense, Hawks. That don't even make sense. We don't. They don't care enough about him for that to even happen. That don't even make sense. Keep going, Triple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see what he said, but yeah. No, yeah, I was saying his people was rich. He had a lot of potential to go ahead and do great things. He could have really been serious about unifying the race. You know, all races. You know, he had great potential.
Stop spreading that kind of stuff in the chat, Hawks. 13% of the population do 70% of the crime. That don't even make sense. Jesus. We got
all right. Now Hawks is spreading falsehood.
Now we got tired. We got people who don't read. We got people who don't read. We got people who are autistic. Look, I get it. Some people are on the spectrum and then they type the wrong shit. Stop typing the wrong shit, Hawks. Keep going. No, it's not.
Hey, no, Osmos. It don't have nothing to do with him being from money. He could be from money, but do go out there and use the privilege and do great things and help people, man. That's all. If you have the privilege and the favor, take advantage of it and help less fortunate, man. Like I don't understand. Nobody has a problem with him being from money. His situation is his situation. Life is not a pickup basketball game where you can select who you want to be on your team. It doesn't work like that. Yeah,
Let it go. Let it go says accountability for what? Didn't this start off? Didn't Charlie start out with him not being able to get into West Point, and he blamed it on a black woman claiming she took his spot due to affirmative action? This is what started everything. Charlie tried to get into West Point, and a black woman took his spot, getting into West Point, and then he became bitter because she took his spot. Is it the woman that's in the picture with him who took his spot in West Point?
Oh boy,
I don't know. Is that it? Is that why he was bitter against DEI and affirmative action?
You know, I think it's more along the lines of who was funding Turning Point. He had billionaire donors, and but hey, when you're from money, they know people, and those guys clearly had agendas and messages they wanted pushed out there.
Everybody.
Hold on, what privilege does he have? All right, Osmos, you're trolling, man.
You go on in the chat box and let me answer this phone call.
Yeah. I'm gonna get on out of here, baby. Get out of here. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you.
Call from
Derek. How can I help you? Jerry, how can I help you?
Yeah, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
You know what? I agree. Let's jump off the race point. How about it's not about race? How about it's about right and left right now? And it really is. It's right and left right now.
It shouldn't be about race. It should be about
It's real political.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be political, because I am going by what the police have released so far. I'm not going by anything else. I'm not going to listen to people online. I'm not going to do it. It has nothing to do with race. It was a white on white crime that has nothing to do with race.
I'll say it again, yo. Martin Luther King said that black supremacy is just as bad as white supremacy. And that was a man of truth. We need to get off the race thing. It's gonna hurt all of us.
It's
no
not
one needs the
about
race thing.
But my whole thing is this: whoever was for Charlie threatened the HBCUs. The HBCUs didn't threaten these people. They threatened the HBCUs or threatened to blow them up. Who was attacking the black people? Whoever these people who went against the HBCUs is the one who attacked black people. Black people didn't attack Charlie's people. Black people didn't do that.
Right.
I mean, I know that for a fact. That was the first thing that came out the next day. HBCUs got threatened.
That's why we had to go back to the right and left thing. You know that 800 and something people lost their jobs in the last 2 days because this goes to a far leftist thing.
Hold on. People lost their jobs?
Over 800 people did.
For what?
For dancing on camera on TikTok, by the way, y'all. Dancing on camera about Charlie Kirk's death, and their employers let him go.
Okay. That's
because right now it's right showing their hand. Because I'm sorry, y'all, right conservatives fucking own companies, and guess what? They're gonna do that. It's the way that the right's retaliating back, and people are losing their jobs, and they got kids and families.
Hawks rock. No, life's too short. I don't know where you get. That's a wild take. Black people have attacked everyone. Who won? What are you talking about?
No,
we're not gonna have that. Black people attacking folks. We do not go out and attack folks. We do not do that.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying you can see the right and the left.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the person in the chat.
Oh.
The chat is saying black people have attacked. We haven't said jack. when there was when they said HBC.
No, the last 5 mass shootings have been white. It's been white people.
Yeah, that's white on white crime. Don't pull us.
It's right on white crime. It's left and right.
This is what the point of the whole headline. We black people ain't did nothing. When immigration started and Trump started doing the immigration thing, we stood down. We ain't had nothing to do with that. We don't have nothing to do with this. Don't pull us into that. Don't pull us into that. We have
totally agree.
We are not this is not our fight. We did not have anything with the far right. Our understanding is he had the shooter had something to do with the grouper, or he was more extreme. We don't know why that boy shot Charlie Kirk. We don't know why.
No, I agree with that. I can tell you why. Because he's part of the left, and I'm sorry, white people doing the crime right now. Like, they the ones shooting up fucking Catholic schools because of transgender rights. It really comes to, like, I'm gonna call it the gay mafia. I don't know what else to call it. Like, the last 5 shootings have been transgender people doing it. And they're white. And they're white as fuck. And they're furry community, play video games. Like, it's white. Like, it's left and right type thing.
This is another thing I heard in the way. Both you and M, you be more business, left freedom. You got Dan. Hello. YouTube user. Hello. Jessica, Erica. Hello. You said that he was a lefty and his whole family was MAGA. So,
yeah, that's their family. That's his family. But he was dating a trans boyfriend who did the furry.
They don't make him left. They don't make him left.
He had Antifa things scribed on the guns.
What? No. What?
Die, fascist, die. That's gonna be a right wing thing. Dating a trans is not a right wing thing. It's left.
No, that's not a left thing either. That's a human thing.
All right. You know what? I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
I'm gonna just wait till the evidence come out. I'm gonna wait till the evidence. All I know is that the segment is black. This is not a black on black. This is not black on white. This is white on white. Y'all handle your business with your boy. Y'all go talk to your boy. Find out what the hell is he doing, because he's the one who shot Charlie Kirk. Black folks ain't shot Charlie. Black folks ain't did nothing like that.
No, black folks don't shoot up. No, black folks kill black folks. They don't shoot up schools.
We won't go do that. So this is a white on white crime. Let's stick to the facts that we get from the FBI.
And that's why I'm telling you the fact is it's gotta be a political, too much TikTok, too much whatever white thing. It's right and left. It's gotta be. You can't even put race into it. Black folks don't shoot up schools.
And that's why my thing is, look, we gotta stick to what we know. We gotta stick to what we hearing from the facts. He didn't have any.
But what about the country as a whole? When we all see us as all Americans, like,
do people see us all as Americans? Or are we seen?
I do.
Are we seen as left? See, the one thing I'm not willing to do is have a conversation about my humanity. I'm not willing to have a conversation with a person who doesn't think I'm a human. So if we as long as we agree to have that conversation, and you think of me as a human and I think of you as a human, we can have a conversation. But there's people out there, I'm sorry to say, there's people out there who don't believe I should exist. And I must admit,
what's them people?
And I don't know what type people, but I'm sure they are.
No, what's them people though? I'm gonna ask you, what's them people?
The Groypers?
Oh yeah, they're like less than 1%. They're less than like 0.002. He's just making an uprising.
Two of them showed up on my panel the other day.
And I know. Sadly, because
so I'm saying they're closer than what we think. So that's what I'm saying. They're closer than what we think. So I'm saying they were personable, and I got it. We had a conversation, and that's great. But I'm saying,
I have a question for you.
Huh?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you really think white supremacy is our biggest problem? Honestly,
I'm trying to figure out what it is. I don't think it's white supremacy. I think it's more of a.
How many KKK members you see flying through a city?
I'm trying to how do I put this? Let me put it this way. This country is made up of millions of people, and not all of us think the same. There are
No, that's our freedom. Yeah, that gives freedom great.
For all intents and purposes, we have a group of people that are Christian, religious, on the right.
Yeah, America was built on Judeo-Christian principles.
Yes, and then we have people that are on the left that don't have those beliefs, that don't have those Christian, national Christian beliefs. They believe in God, they believe in all of that. They just don't go to the extreme. Now, there's a war between these two things. The people on the left don't care whether you practice Christianity on the right. We don't care. I'm a left person. I'm not an extreme left, but I'm a left.
I know, Queen, you are.
Right. I don't care about any, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all except the elder, not being mean, but I care about the elderly, the handicapped, the people that can't care for themselves. Those are the people that I care about. Okay.
What about the people that, like, the extremists who are shooting up things seem to go against science, right?
Because they're gonna shoot them, they're gonna take care of themselves. I want
a transgender male thinks that they can birth a baby and give them milk, and like the craziness. What about the craziness?
I care about the craziness, but I can't do anything about the craziness. But what I can do is advocate for the poor, the elderly, the handicapped. That's all I can do is advocate.
Yeah, of course.
And I can't stop the extremists. I wish there was not extremists. I wish there was not. I hate that there are, but it is what it is. But here's my thing. Let me finish my point. My point is there's some on the left, there's some on the right. The left just
they look a lot more violent than the right. You can admit that.
No, you got to look at the stats. The stats say something.
The last 3 to 5 school shootings were from a trans person.
Oh no, I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't keep up with those things. I stick to a specific thing. I'm concerned about this because I got a very itchy feeling up my neck the other day when I went outside. And I was like, there's no reason for me to feel like that because I have done nothing wrong to other people, which inspired me to do this stuff with Charlie because I wanted to find out why is there such vitriol on both sides? What is going on?
That's why you're one of the most honest people online right now. You're the most honest person online. You're taking both sides. You are like an open book. You are doing what God in the Bible tells you to be. Don't be right, don't be left, walk the middle. And that's what you're doing.
Because I can see both sides. I can see both sides where we're both, blaming each other instead of saying, look, you're a human, an individual human being. This is a person that lost their life. We all have to agree on humanity. We have to. Otherwise, we lose something within ourselves. And I cannot allow people online to drag me into your side or this side. Because I am such a humanist. I care about humans. I don't care.
Intellectual and smart. That's what you are.
I cannot do I hate the lefties, or I hate the righties. I hate the Christians. I can't do that. I don't have heart. I don't have hate in my heart like that. I just don't. And I've been on the planet almost 60 years. I just never will. It just will be what it is. So I was concerned. I'm concerned about the young people. I'm concerned because there's so much beauty on this planet. Charlie brought beauty to some people's lives. He may have brought darkness to others, but that's the way it was with Martin Luther King. I'm not.
Yeah, same thing. Malcolm X. Same thing. They shot the white Malcolm X. It was the same thing.
I'm not comparing them in that way. I'm saying one side brought darkness and there was light on the other side. Every human in history or every persona in history has brought hatred from one side or the other or love from the other. I'm saying Charlie may have been one of those people. I'm saying that doesn't mean that I have to go at your neck and get and dance on your grave. That doesn't mean that I wish you ill because of X, Y, and Z. That doesn't mean that. It just means that this person had influence over here. And maybe he didn't have the right influence for the people that were over here. We don't know, right? So I'm saying, as a human being, he deserved to go home to his wife.
Just like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Abraham Lincoln, they all deserved to go home. But because they had beliefs,
right,
and they were preaching facts,
right.
The thing is, like, I think that truth hurts. Truth hurts everybody's feelings.
But you got to remember that truth is your truth. It's not the left's truth.
Nah, truth is truth. All right, so I'm gonna ask you this: can a trans dude have a baby?
Can a trans dude have a baby?
I mean, it's the truth, right?
No. I know. I don't think he can. I think he's a human being.
No, but truth is truth. That's all I'm going on. Truth is truth. You got it.
He can't have a baby, but I still.
Okay, well, that's truth, right?
Yeah, but I still respect.
Now, I'm not doubting that person's humanity. And do with Charlie Kirk. Be you. Be what you want to be.
So why
was
the trainee demonized though? I don't understand why.
Facts are facts.
But you're saying facts are facts. I'm saying no, he can't have a baby, but he has to.
You know why they were demonized?
Right.
Because if someone's telling me that the grass is blue and the sky is green, and they're trying to convince me of it, guess what? I'm for science. I'm for truth. No, the grass is fucking green. The sky is blue. Like, sorry, I can't just go off your feelings.
I believe what you. I believe that whole. I believe what you're saying. Don't tell me that you're a girl when you're really a boy.
Exactly, like feelings are feelings.
But I also believe that person has to walk their own journey on this planet.
Absolutely, I agree with that too. So did Charlie.
Okay.
All he was saying was facts.
So they deserve to walk the planet as they see fit as well. I can't.
Yeah.
I deserve to walk the planet as I see fit too.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying, to impose my thoughts, my processes on someone else, I don't have a right to press my thoughts, my processes, my religion. I don't have a right to push that on anybody.
Exactly, anybody. You can't. And plus, they went deep because they started, like, professors are getting fired left and right. They're attacking our children.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell my child it's okay to wear a dress when he comes home to me, and I'm like, no, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were overstepping. You see what I'm saying? Don't overstep shit. Live your life. Stay out the bedroom, right? Like, your bedroom's your bedroom, but don't push your bedroom on anybody else.
Right, and that's the thing.
And that's all.
Right. Yes, I'm for that. We all stay. I'm more of one of those people that say, stay on your square. If you stay on your square, I'll stay on my square. You have no right to impose your beliefs, your thoughts on my square, because I have my square. And that's the way I truly believe that. So I believe any tranny, any person like that, they have a right to exist just like everybody.
Right, exist. I'm not denying your humanity at all.
Right.
Be a human. Like, you live in a free country. You can do that here. If you go to China, if you go anywhere else, you can't do that. They'll throw you off a building.
So why is it why does it seem as though it's demonized though? Why is it demonized?
Because they started to preach it in schools. They crossed lines.
They started to preach it in schools.
Yeah, you fuck with the youth, guess what? Parents will have a problem.
Oh, okay.
I live in Yellow Springs. Dave Chappelle lives right next to me. Like, he had the same problem because his kids go to the same schools. Like, don't push your bedroom on my kids. Like, don't do that.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, you're still a guy in a dress.
Well, let's agree on this one thing. Let's agree on this one thing. I'm gonna agree on this one thing. And then I'm because I think we talked before. I agree on this one thing. I am a left person. I'm not a far left person. I'm right of the left, or I'm right at the edge, right there in the middle, right? I believe the same thing from what you believe in. I believe in living a moral, upstanding life. I believe in staying on my square and letting other people stay on their square.
Absolutely.
I believe in telling the truth. Most people, I troll people because it's funny, but I mean, I know
I do it too.
I normally would tell the truth. And the way I am right now is the way I always am. I don't try to lose my temper and crash out or anything else. Go to work, go to school, do all the things that everybody else does. I just want to live a safe life. Well, a safe life where, I can, free speech is fine, but I don't want to have free speech where free speech hurts another race or hurts another demographic of people. I just don't want to do that. I'm not going to demonize the trans. I'm not going to demonize the Christians. I'm not going to demonize the Republicans. I'm not going to demonize MAGA. I'm just not going to do that because I believe you have a right to how you feel. I just don't want you to impose what you feel and what you want onto me, and vice versa. And I won't do it to you. We'll be in the floor of debate, but that's as far as we will go. But I won't be, and I'll try to.
What you just said. What? We can have debates, and that's as far as we will go.
Right.
And that's what makes America so great, because we're allowed the opportunity to throw this stream, to talk, and get it out. And no one's getting murdered. You can cancel the stream, go home and raise your family by your own. And that's what makes this so great. If you go anywhere else in the world, you can't do that.
I got you.
That's why I respect the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
I do. You're a leftist. I'm a rightist. Not too far right, like the Gorfers. Like I don't.
I'm not too far right.
I'm right.
I'm not too far. I'm not too far left. I'm
no, you're right in the middle where I am.
Yeah.
You are intellectual. You're smart.
I'm just not all the way to the left. I'm just like right there on the edge where I'm, I believe in fiscal responsibility. I believe in X, Y, and Z, but I also believe that we should have minimum wages raised. We should have Medicare for all. We should let people X, Y, and Z, whatever the Democratic platform. I believe in the Democratic platform, but I also believe that you have a platform and you believe in the platform that you believe in. And I'm saying you got to be reasonable on this side. I can't say all of my stuff is true and correct. I haven't
said. So I want the internet to note this. Like everybody in the chat note this. Like me and you on opposite sides, but we can come together like we are right now. Mm-hmm. We have a conversation. Mm-hmm. And I call you queen, mm-hmm. and I tell you I love you, mm-hmm. and you know that. And it's good. It's all good. In the meantime,
I don't want to fight like that. I mean,
no, me neither.
Debate. If everybody just wanted to debate, and we just go back and forth with ideas and just wanted to
point fingers, and some white people, and some black people, and some Jews, but it's it's ridiculous.
We can't do that because we have people who think. A lot of people who think men think they're smarter than women. Women think they're smarter than men. People think they're better than trans.
Yeah, my wife outsmarts me every time. No,
you know what I mean? It's because we think we're more than what we really are, and we're just regular cogs in the wheel. That's what God said. And
this is American conversation. This is what Charlie Kirk believed in, and this is why, rest in peace, Charlie. This is exactly what it is. The way we're going back and forth, this is awesome. This is exactly.
Debate. We're not debating.
No,
we're not debating. We're just having a conversation.
Yes.
That is it. It's a right person and a left person saying we want the fighting to end. We want to come on a common ground and say, hey, how do we make this country better?
We want it dead. We're all Americans. And if you ever walked outside and feel scared, then you know what? I'm with you. I hate that about it. I hate that.
Right.
If you ever walk outside and don't feel comfortable in this country that you live in with me, I hate that. And anyone you got, I got. I'm going to fucking go at them the same way.
Right.
No, that's wrong. We are Americans.
Right.
We love each other.
Right. I mean, we have so many more enemies in the world than we do each other. Really, we just do. I just can't muster up enough anger to be mad at people who have differences of opinion than me. But I thank you. Please Call back, sir. Call back, sir.
You know I always will. I love you, Queen. You know that.
Thank you, but I got to be up and on the road because I got to go somewhere at 3 a.m. So let me get some sleep.
All right, get some sleep, Queen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bless you.
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. We're going to have these talks. We had these talks. We had these talks. We had these talks. We have the debate or whatever you think is a debate. Hawks thinks it's a debate. People think it's a debate. It's not really a debate. Not at all. We don't want a debate. We just don't want to fight. We just don't want to fight. I don't want to fight nobody. I just want to have these conversations. I think I just threw up. Danielle, stop doing. What are you doing? What's going on, Danielle, that you throwing up, girl? Project Leroy, I'm not liking the video. Thank you very much. Reed Pink, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is wild. It is wild, these conversations. We got to keep having these conversations. And I want and encourage people to call in. Call in. Please like, subscribe, hit the like button, do all those things. Let me somebody left super chat. Osmos God, $1.99. See, I have all these videos in full. You watch shorts. I see shorts. I'm seeing, look, there's only 24 hours in a day. I have a life. I don't spend all day online, okay? R&B Through the Fire podcast. Thank you, TJ. $2. Keep working hard, building your channel. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you come back. I'm ready for a hard conversation. I would, Chelsea, thank you. Truth, these comments, it's important. It's important. What we gonna do? We gonna go to war? We gonna have a civil war in this country? We gonna be fighting in this country? For what? When it's more than enough room for people to live and do what they gotta do. Okay? It's more than enough country that I can walk down the street. I don't have to talk to no neighbor if I don't want to. I ain't got to come in your house and sleep with you. I ain't got to do none of them things. Why everybody worried about what people do in their house? This is wild to me. Wild to me. And I just want to have a conversation. I want people to get their frustration out, what they want to say. I'll be back here on Wednesday for another conversation. The 14th Amendment. I think it's the 14th. No, it's the Second Amendment. Let's talk about gun laws on Wednesday. Yes, political violence should never be tolerated. We hate that dark fire. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of y'all. Please hit the like button going out. I know y'all don't want to. Y'all scrolling and doing all that shit. But please hit the like button going out. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I will talk to y'all on Wednesday. On Wednesday. On Wednesday.